I just wanted to let you guys know that these stickers are available now on my website, automotiveflux.com. Support me by buying these if you're interested. And yeah, they hold up pretty good. I've had this one in my car for a couple weeks now. No problems at all. Still looking fresh. Hey people, person who really badly needs to get a haircut and stop stealing intros here. I just took off another piece of the interior and I figured I'd show you what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the DVD player out because I find it to be kind of funny. I don't know, I don't know, I like taking apart this car. But I've got a bunch of pictures of the stuff that I just took off last time, and I figured, well, let's just get right back into it. I wanted to kind of jump around a little bit. I was thinking of taking off the front bumper, but yeah, instead I took off this. Apparently it's just held in by clips. Surprising. But it's kind of cool. It actually has a full just hole in it for the DVD player. Hopefully you can see that. And this piece is actually in surprisingly good shape. So yeah, hopefully somebody can use it. If they're trying to convert their car to GPS, then this would be a perfect piece. Anyway, let's get back into the interior and see what's going on. Right, so the DVD player is seemingly pretty easy to take off. Like, looks like it's just got 2 screws, probably some clips. I'm assuming it's plugged in, but maybe that's a little bit too much for this car. It just seems like stuff is just generally not plugged in at all. Obviously, I gotta be careful. SRS airbag right here. I'm gonna try and take that out gracefully, and we'll see if I can do that eventually. But for now, again, I'm just trying to clean up the interior. Less plasticky bits, and hopefully more in my scrap box. Oh, there she goes. And, oh, it is plugged in. Okay, that's a good start. I'm just gonna let that hang for a second. That's a lot of clips. Continuing on with the disassembly, I'm going to take out this piece right here. And then after that, I'm going to try to clean up some of this garbage wiring. Hopefully you can see that. I'd like to undo most of this stuff. And I don't know, I don't exactly need it. Yeah, just a whole bunch of crap in here that needs to be gotten rid of. But I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. Taking out the DVD player was my kind of soft goal for today, but it turned out to be way easier than I thought, so who knew the thing was just held in by clips. From the looks of things, this piece is just 2 screws, so I shouldn't have too many issues. Oh, I'm trying to get my hardware back here. That's one of the small saving graces of all this. Free hardware. Okay, this piece is liable to have a few plugs in it, mostly because it's also a compass. And this is the, if you don't know these cars, this is the screen that controls the climate controls. Or at least it shows what's happening when you're moving the climate controls. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Oh, hey. We have a screen. Hopefully somebody can use this. Now in behind there I'm seeing some more hardware, so I'm just gonna take it out. I may as well. Okay, there's a small sensor up here. Not exactly sure which one that one is. Oh, it's the GPS. Cool. So this is a legit GPS sensor for that unit. Other than that, this piece still seems very firmly in. I'm guessing those screws were probably to take off the whole dashboard panel itself. So yeah, on to the next bit. I'm gonna try and take away this entire glove box. Yeah, this might be a bit. This is gonna take some time. I've discovered something with the glove box. You just pry up a little piece that's back here, and right behind it is all the screws that hold the thing together. Makes me happy knowing that at least they thought that somebody like me might be taking it apart. Thank you, Nissan. Now let me get the rest of this. And oh, let me go. Ah, we have a glove box topper with a well, full hinge setup here. It doesn't close, it springs itself open. However, happy to get this off. You know, I've cut some serious weight out of this car. Like, just the DVD and the GPS alone weigh a ton. I'm wondering now, weirdly enough, if, because this is a more high model of the car, if having these pieces make it just heavier. So your car is slower if you have the GPS and the navigation unit. Just a heads up. Oh, I'm happy this came out too. Oh. seat module. This is cool. I had to bring you in close for this one. There is the mystery switch wire right there. Hopefully it can focus on it. Come on, thing. Yeah, it's interesting, and this one switch down here has been giving me trouble as well, but the glove box and all of its pieces are coming out slowly but surely. Down here's that unit I was talking about. I'm assuming this is seat controls. It could also potentially be airbags. It's really put in there quite heavily, so I'll be careful around that. And it looks like I might have found some change. Gotta add that to the budget. So this unit here cannot come out because it has some screws that come in from this side and this side, which I can only get if I remove the seats. So I'm not going to be able to do it at the moment. However, I will turn my attention to this disaster here. Let's see if I can't just do something about that. This Geek Squad piece is almost free. I had to cut some wires on it just because they were connected to one of the outlets, but the only thing left is the actual iPod plug itself, which seems to be stuck under the seat. How the heck that happened, I have no idea, but it's looking way cleaner down here without all this crap. Well, another day, another batch of good news, actually. Some good news, some bad news. The bad news you'll find out about in the next video. Something to do with the Tibron. If you've been following on Discord, then you know what I'm talking about. Here's the teaser. Good news is, though, that I've been able to sell some bits off of the Infiniti, which is awesome. So we're getting a bit of the budget back. Yeah, some guy came by last night and bought the stereo and some other pieces, so that makes me pretty happy. A little bit more back into the budget, a little bit off of the purchase price of this car here originally. But anyway, I was taking apart the interior last time. This time I'm going to take apart the trunk. I really want to get the taillights out. I'd like to get the back bumper off, see what's behind there. I haven't seen it before, and yeah, maybe we'll even cut off the muffler today, I don't know. Just trying to get at some things that have value. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of most of this car within the next year. I'm hopeful that I can at least have the shell out of the garage this summer, and then the extra bits, they're going to have to go as time goes on. And eventually, if I make back enough, a lot of these random plastic pieces and such, I'm just going to give them away. I don't know, like, I don't really need these things, so I'm just trying to get my money back, that's it. Anyway, onto the trunk. So last time we looked at the trunk, the spare wheel was taken out of it, and wow, you can see my shadow. The lighting here is not particularly great because I'm out in the sun. It is a beautiful day today. But the spare wheel is here, and it is hopefully going to be selling. I'm going to take out the taillights today because I'm hopeful that they'll be able to sell also. People always seem to have taillights for sale, so that makes sense. And then this. Got to take off the entire back bumper. Hopefully it comes off easy. I've got no idea. Looks like it's already partially off, so maybe it'll be easier. So here's what the car looks like without the droopy back tail light. Kind of cool. Looks like I needed to take it off anyways to get this bumper off because there's a clip there. And yeah, still got to do the other one, but this one was really easy because, well, let me show you. Here's the back side. It's got some writing on it, so this is potentially from a... it might be from a wrecker, maybe? I'm not sure. Interestingly though, so it's held in by these small screws, and one of them straight up missing. This one right here is just not there. Also, that one, I believe this one right here was not actually bolted in, so it was just the middle one holding it on, so no wonder it was droopy. Would you look at that, the other one is missing a bolt too. This one at least had nuts on one side and the other, so between the two of these lights I have enough of these 8mm nuts for one of them. Anyway, those are going to be included with the sale. Hopefully somebody's actually into these, I don't know. It's hard to get worse. So the taillights are now in my take pictures of this pile, and the car looks like this. Interestingly. So I think taking this bumper off might be a little bit more tricky than I thought, because there appears to be some kind of bolt in there, and no real way to get to it. This one is undone already, so I just have to undo the one that's in there. But the other side appears to actually be still connected, so I'm unsure about that. Like, there's a lot of metal in between there and there, so I'm just gonna have to kind of play around with it and see. Well, good news everybody. After a lot more work, the back bumper is completely off. That is just the body there with the, well, the trunk lid is on, but it's not clipped in. And I managed to get the crash bar off. My wife and I actually took this piece off, and yeah, that's for sale now. Good piece of aluminum, if nothing else. Lots and lots of rust. And places you would kind of suspect. That's a drainage tube right there, and there's some water that would probably be in this location, so that is likely why it's rusty. Rust here, not great. This actually has a hole, which is not good at all, actually. And then the same thing over here. You can see there are some strip bolts in these, as they were totally rusted in, which doesn't really matter anyway, because the chassis itself is toast. But yeah, took off the gas cap, got a trunk full of extra bits. Open her up, and now this is the new storage area for sort of miscellaneous exterior plastics. That's kind of my thinking. You can see that most of this stuff was gone. Stuff like the license plate frame was just not even existing. It's just gone. Foam is off for the bumper. That stuff is all getting photoed, and yeah, still more work to do. So I took off the driver's side skirt, and it turns out that it was hiding some rust issues, as you may anticipate. I mean, that's not too bad, but it does seem to get worse, especially right there. Yeah, it's not great. And then as you go to the front, it's not too bad, but yeah, wow. The rocker panels on this bad boy at the back are toast. Man, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Got a lot of work done this time. It's over the course of 2 weeks instead of 1, so that's kind of to be expected. I'm pretty dirty. Time to go inside, clean up, and eat something, and then just kind of relax for the rest of the evening. But my goodness, feels good to have that back end completely disassembled. Pictures here. Yeah, that's nice. I'm hopeful. Like I was able to sell one thing, so I'm hopeful I'll be able to sell more things. Some of this other stuff, like crash member pieces and that, I think I'll be able to sell. A lot of the random plastics and such, probably not. But anyway, it's fun to take them off anyway. I've been enjoying it. My wife is having fun as well. We're doing it together, which is making it even more fun. And now this car is slowly shrinking in both size and weight. This is some massive weight reduction, if nothing else. I mean, worst case, I'll take all this stuff off the car, and then if my situation changes, I've got a really sick drift car. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stick around, more videos in this series to come, and if you haven't watched the other ones, why not go back and watch some of the previous ones to see how this progress has gone. I'll see you again next 2 weeks from now, or maybe next week for a Tiburon update. Oh man, I gotta clean up. Talk to you guys again later.